Why the heck can't I stay motivated? You've probably asked yourself this. Actually, I can probably guarantee you that you've asked yourself this. And honestly, I study motivation and I study behavior change, and I ask this question a lot. Here's the story. Here's what we all go through. We get a sudden spark of motivation. Put yourself into the shoes of who you were in this moment when this happened to you. Maybe you're going through it right now. You watch a motivational video, one of your friends invites you to go work out with them, or maybe someone just broke up with you and you're trying to show them what they're missing out on. And you get super excited. You start eating healthy or you start exercises, doing these things, doing the things that make you feel good and healthy. And the first day, you are super high on that motivation. The second day, you're still kind of riding that high, but it's becoming not as delightful as it was on the very first day. And then by the third day, you find yourself having to force yourself to do it, having to talk yourself into it and be very persuasive. And then the fourth day, you use that same persuasion to make an excuse to get out of doing what you had set out to do in the first place. Saying that, I'm only missing one day, so I'll do it tomorrow. It'll be fine. I'm sore today. I'm tired. I can't do it because I have a thing to do today and I don't have time. And then that trickles on to the fifth day and you're like, oh yeah, I'll start again on Monday because it's, the weekend, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, it's a pretty vicious cycle and I've been there. I am sure that you have been there too. And it's something that we all struggle with. That's why I'm creating this video. Today, I'm going to tell you, I believe it's 4 or 5 reasons. Hold please. 5 reasons. 5 reasons why you aren't staying motivated. And I'm going to use that really lightly because you don't stay motivated the whole time. And we're going to talk about that more as we start talking about behavior change. But in a nutshell, staying motivated, why you can't stay on track with any goal that you set for yourself. Hi. I haven't introduced myself. If you are not aware or you have not met me yet, or this is your first time seeing my strikingly green eyes, I'm Chelsea. I'm a health and wellness coach. I'm a human. I have dogs. I'm just getting the small talk away. Yeah, gonna get that over with. I help people enhance their life. And really my biggest mission is helping others enhance their human experience through health, wellness, and love. I do it very awkwardly. I do it with a lot of laughing, a lot of giggles, and not trying to take things too seriously because we have enough of that in our life, enough of the seriousness. So we're going to put the seriousness aside for a moment and we're going to be playful. We're going to experiment. And what this video is the beginning of a 10-week series. It's a 10-week no motivation series that is going to teach you how to motivate yourself, how to self-motivate, and how to do the things that we're going to talk about very shortly. The 5 reasons why you can't stay motivated. So let's hop over to that and move forward. I'm doing this all in one shot because I am not the best at editing and my computer does not handle that very well. So let's get started. We're going to begin with 5 reasons why we don't stay motivated when we start something new, when we set out for a goal or to achieve something. These are not all of the reasons, but these are 5 that we're going to cover over the next 10 weeks in different ways. The first one, you're struggling to stay motivated because you do not know your why. You're not sure exactly why you are doing what you're doing. Yeah, you saw a motivational video and it got you super excited and super pumped, and you're like, I want to change my life and I want to eat healthy. But why? And when you ask yourself why, you might come up with an answer is, oh, I want to be healthy. I want to, live longer. And then ask why to that. Why do you want to be healthy? Why do you want to live longer? Why do you want to feel better? And I know that sounds incredibly silly, but we really have to get to the core of what you are looking for. And we're going to be talking about that in later videos throughout this series. 2, you are having a hard time staying motivated because you don't have a vision. You keep saying, I want to be healthy, I want to work out more, I want to drink more water, and I want to live an intentional life, and I want it to be enhanced, and I want it to be great, but what does that look like? You're going on this journey, and imagine there's a roadmap in front of you. This vision is kind of like the destination that you put in your GPS. And yeah, you might take different routes to get there, and maybe it's not exactly where you want it to be when you get there. Or maybe some parts are great and some parts aren't, and then you go somewhere else, and that's fine. But overall, when you set a vision up for yourself, you have a plan almost. You're almost at the plan. You set yourself up for creating a plan to get you to where you want to be. And it keeps you from steering off into different directions where you don't want to be. And that is something else that we're going to talk about over the next 10 weeks. 3, you aren't sticking with your goal because you haven't learned how to speak to yourself. A lot of us tend to think very negative thoughts about ourselves in our head. We do something wrong, we think we're a failure, and so we quit. We decide that we're not good at something, and we don't do it anymore because we're not good at it. But in reality, of course we're not good at it because we're just starting out. And there's a lot of different ways that we talk to ourselves that keep us from attaining our goals. Over the next 10 weeks, this is also going to be something that we cover. How to talk kindly to yourself, how to be gentle with yourself, but also be disciplined. Number 4, you're falling off course because you're starting too big. You're not taking small steps to make big results. Someone that I've actually just heard of recently, James Clear, talks about the 1% rule of doing 1% of something every day and how it adds up into a greater result. If you haven't heard of him, I'm going to post a link in the description so you can look at his video and listen to what he has to say. And we're going to be talking about a lot of the framework that he has for motivation, along with a lot of other stuff, which we'll get into shortly. So when we first start out a new goal, we tend to go all out. We tend to work out until we're super sore or tired. We eat only healthy foods to the point that we're either super hungry or we feel super deprived, and then that makes us in turn start binge eating or eating more of unhealthy things when we get the chance, when we have 1 second to do it. And so it's important that we take smaller steps in the beginning to set us up for success overall. And this is something we're actually going to be practicing during the next 10 weeks as you continue to follow along. And finally, number 5 is you aren't staying motivated because it's not a skill that you've learned yet. And maybe you have. Maybe you're watching this and you've learned it, but you need a refresher. And that's okay. That's me literally all the time. When you are first learning out when you're first starting out and learning something new, you're going to do it not very well. You're going to do it poorly. You're going to start a behavior and then drop off, and start a behavior and drop off. And it's not until you learn the proper skill set that you actually start beginning a behavior and then keeping it going. And even when you drop off, getting back on super quickly. That's something that this whole 10 weeks is based around, is learning the skill sets that you need in order to be successful with behavior change. All right, so now that you know why you aren't staying motivated, it's time to start sharpening those skills. Over the next 10 weeks, we're going to be working together. And I know it sounds kind of weird because we're not actually facing each other like I normally do in my coaching sessions, but this is a way for me to get this out into the world in a way that's free and a way that is open and inclusive to anyone who wants to join. So this is how it's going to work. On Mondays, I will be posting a video, and this will be our content for the week, what you're focusing on. And it's not going to be one big life-changing thing. No, we're sticking to the 1%. We're making small changes that are going to result in a big difference within yourself. That's happening on Mondays. That's where we learn. On Thursday afternoon, I'll be hosting a live Q&A. And honestly, this date might change. But once a week, I'll be hosting a live Q&A after posting the content, so you can ask questions related to the content or related to your health journey or your motivation. And so you will have access to me, and I am a health and wellness coach. This is what I went to college for. This is something that I've been doing for a couple of years now, and taking in clients, working with them one-on-one. And it basically will feel like a coaching session in a way, in that you will be able to ask questions and I'll be able to coach you on them in the moment. But it won't be the full one-on-one experience because I will be doing it on Instagram Live. But it is still worth getting your questions answered. And finally, this is the end of this video. So if you liked it, go ahead and hit like button. If you are interested in being a part of this 10-week journey, hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you can see whenever I post new videos, which will be once weekly for the next 10 weeks. And then finally, if you don't follow me on Instagram, do that now. It's at Suns and Self, S-U-N. Oh, actually, oops, I changed it. It's at Love with Gels. So LOVEWITHJELS, Love with Gels. I'm Gels. And finally, all right, I think that's it. Like, subscribe, follow on Instagram so you can change your life little by little. Thank you for watching, and thank you for bearing with me as I make this the most simple 10-week program as I possibly can, including no editing. All right, well, thank you for being here, and see you next week.